was an everyday commute turned into a fatal confrontation. Today's case centers on road rage. The Oxford Dictionary defines road rage as a violent anger caused by stress and frustration while driving a motor vehicle in difficult conditions. But definitions do not always capture reality. So to give a clearer context, I will tell you a story of road rage, a story about a split-second decision that spiraled into irreversible violence. The 17th of October 2005 was a regular day in Indianapolis in Indiana. At about 2 p.m., 21-year-old Kentrell Settles, who was driving with his girlfriend, was just going about his day. At the intersection of West 38th Street and Georgetown Road, Kentrell pulled up and waited at the traffic light. When the light turned green, he honked his horn to alert the driver ahead of him. That driver, who was later identified as Deborah Benefiel, stayed sat at the light. Perhaps the honk had startled her, perhaps it annoyed her or bruised her ego, but it definitely flicked over something inside her because she stayed stopped at that light, almost in defiance. Kentrell, realizing that the car in front of him was not moving, he drove around her and continued on his way. But that simple action further enraged Deborah. Filled with fury, she floored her gas, waving through traffic, shouting and screaming at him from her window. She began to follow behind Kentrell. She continued this chase for half a mile, and when Kentrell stopped at Donald Avenue, Deborah came up to his car, raised her firearm, and shot into his vehicle, striking him in the chest. Then she fled the scene. Paramedics arrived shortly thereafter, but there was nothing they could do. That single bullet had shattered the young man's chest. Kentrell was pronounced dead at the hospital. He was only 21. Deborah, who had fled the scene, was tracked down by citywide license plate scanner within hours. Detectives arrested her, and after executing a search warrant, they recovered a firearm from her residence. Deborah was arraigned in court on October 21, 2005, and ordered to be held without bond on charges of murder and criminal recklessness. Kentrell's father, who later spoke to reporters, said Kentrell was loved by so many. So many people will miss him, he said. The Marion County Police Ryan Myers, in his address to the public, said something very apt. A moment of anger should not cost someone their life. Cases like this is a painful reminder to stop, breathe, and always choose calm, especially when you're behind the wheels. Always be aware of your surroundings. Watch out for erratic behaviors in other drivers and never engage, especially in a chase. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, drive safe, and stay aware. I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.